Yep, we're here for another day. It's the AGP podcast, Anything Goes podcast. You're here with your boy Sean Peoples. We're here for a noble cause today. You know, I'm there with my brother Demby and Mr. Razor. We're here about suicide awareness. You know, I know if you guys need help, the suicide hotline number is 800-273-8255. Again, it's 800-273-8255. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline hotline is open 24 hours a day. They have languages, it's English and Spanish. So if you need help or you know anybody that need help, please reach out. Reach out, can save a life. Definitely, reach out. So I'm here with my brothers. Like I said, once again, my there with Mr. Razor, my there with Demby. Yo, Mr. Razor, what going?
Yeah, man, there, man. Everything good,
Thing good with you?
people. Man, everything good, man. The weather nice and thing. It's 70s today, so I can't complain.
Yeah, sorry, I
Yeah,
forgot,
man.
man. Yeah, once again, like, subscribe, and share. I didn't say that at the beginning. Like up the thing,
Yeah.
subscribe, share. I know the thing already. Comment in the comment section. Demby, big brother, what you doing? Everything good with you?
Yes, brother. I ask the man, stay brother.
So everything is
Can't
Gucci.
on the phone, my brother, them man. No.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
know
already,
up,
man.
you see?
Cause if we not
Yeah,
tell them,
man.
then I know say we're on the phone, you know. But on the phone, them call into the, them
Up,
call
up,
into the
up.
thing. Cause we know, yeah. But you know, it's a touchy subject. I guess we have all know someone who commits suicide, and we know that suicide is running rampant to our community too, as a black community with the whole heap of mental health issues what we've been having lately. So I would like to hear from my brothers what's going on. Demby, let me start with you. What you say?
Yeah, brother. I think that, suicide is a very serious topic. And this is something that, I've seen, like you elaborated earlier, I've seen people who committed suicide and people who attempted suicide. Now, what people got to realize out there now, anyone could be struggling with suicide or suicidal thoughts,
Suicidal thoughts, and you don't have a clue.
and you don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Now, there are so many categories, so many people. You have people who are youth, people who attempted suicide before and have the effects of the residual of the suicide attempt.
Mm-hmm.
You have veterans, you know, um, people who you may lost somebody in your life. So, it's very serious. Now,
Yeah.
let me speak on one that is very, very close to me.
Mm-hmm.
A veteran. Now,
Yeah.
I served with this young brother. And, he came out the military. When he came out the military, we kept in touch over the years, but it was more like sparingly, so maybe like 3 to 6 months at a time. I got a phone call one day because he got a job at the shipyard. I got a phone call one day that, he parked up in the parking lot, went and bought some breakfast, go back in his car, ate his breakfast, and harm himself. Now he's now deceased. Now I'm saying to you,
Sad, sad, sad.
this is it's very sad. These are issues that are some things that it creep upon you. It happens daily. Now
Yeah.
you might be sitting out there saying that
You will never do it.
I'm not suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do such thing. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. But people, the time that you feel any kind of way or depressed or going through stress, go seek help.
Yep.
Help is very, very vast right now.
Yep.
Where you can go out there and get the
Get the
necessary help.
necessary
you need.
help you need. Let me cut into
Absolutely.
you real quick then, so I'm gonna drop this
Yes,
number
brother.
again. It's 800
Yeah.
273 8255. Again, it's 800 273 8255. All right, then, back to what you were saying again, brother.
Yeah. So definitely with that, I've seen that with veterans. Now, youth. let me speak on the youth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave these few categories so my brothers can elaborate. Because trust me, my brothers, they are very astute in their delivery. Now, when it comes to the youth, I already spoke about veterans. The youth, each parent or parents, you have to find out what's going on in your child's life.
Definitely.
Take the time out to talk to your kids because kids can be very evil. And when they go to school, they feel like they're being bullied. They feel like they cannot be in peace. These thoughts may creep into these youth's lives. Maybe they're going through things that they struggle. So as adults, we have to take the onus on talking to them and ensure that they don't get to the point where suicidal thoughts is part of their daily or repeated thinking. And this is where you find, like, in places where adults have the right to bear arms, they see a kid take a gun and do stuff like that. So please, I'm begging you, get help, get help.
Definitely.
Go ahead, brother.
Definitely. I agree with you 100%. I feel like if you need help, you should get out there and get it. And don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. Don't feel like it's you alone, because a lot of times it's all of us, man. We, we've been there. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I've been there. And, you have thoughts that cross your mind, thoughts that cross your head, and you just have to try to stay strong and try to place yourself around people that are responsible enough to see that you have a problem and reach out to you and try to get you help at the same time. Yeah, so Mr. Reza, what you have to say on the matter right
yes,
now?
man. Definitely. Coming from a military background, I've seen these things play out. And in the back of my mind or in the back of anyone's mind is always the thought, like, man, what could I have done to prevent this? Could an extra conversation, with talking to this person save this person? Could I have reached out to this person more? What if, so what I'm saying all of this to say, we need to communicate with our people and see what's going on in their mind, and you never know what conversation you have with this person that might change this person's mind from thinking to commit suicide. So you have to know what's going on with someone. Try to talk to a person. Life is always worth living, and let them know, because like you said, it's underrated in the community. We have people. It's a thing, like, if somebody think about suicide before, it would seem like it's a big joke. No one, like, oh, yeah, he's trying to commit suicide or whatever. It's like it's a big joke, and no one take it serious. Like, man, you're never gonna do that. This person will never do that. You understand? But you never know until it happens. And when it happens, you say, man, this person, I thought this person was joking, or
Or they were
just
stronger. You thought they were stronger
yeah,
than you assumed them
yeah.
to be at the time.
Then exactly, and it happened. So we just got to be mindful and be caring, and make sure we checking on our people. Because like you said, that thought is cross minds. It cross. I felt down to that point before. I need to get help that I need. So we definitely have to be mindful and just communicate and stay in touch with people, and make sure that that you just let them know they're worth being around. So that's what I have to say on that. Just keep the communication going. Doing something. You might go out to the park, or to the beach, or just do something to take somebody's mind off of thinking, or like you say, get professional help.
Keep the lines of communication open for people to
Yeah,
be able to reach
yeah,
out to you and be understanding that people can give you their thoughts or give you their feelings without you judging them or prejudging them or making them feel like they don't have a clue what's going on with their life, and really they do, you
Yeah.
know. And a lot of the times, I'm add my sharing before I send it back to my brothers. A lot of the times, people don't realize that in our community, it's looked down on for somebody to talk about suicide and to talk about getting help for mental problems. We're looked at as they have a stigma against that in the black community, and we don't get help. We don't go out and seek professional help. Sometimes we don't have somebody to talk to, so we bottle all that stuff up on the inside and keep it. And and when somebody do actually go out there and commit suicide, you have people that talk about the people bad, saying this, but a lot of times they don't realize that it has a lot to do with a chemical imbalance. Sometimes the people cannot help themselves. There's scientific studies that show that a chemical imbalance can cause a person to take their own life. And while you're laughing and while you're out there criticizing that person for being weak, when that person was probably stronger than you, because they're probably suffering with this thing for years before they actually went ahead and do it. So they was going through so much pain and so much anguish for years until they actually went out there and do it. And you don't have a clue. So you're talking and laughing and putting people in a space of being, I would never do that. At one point in my life, I used to say that too, until I got older and I started realizing that, hey, your body and your mind changes over the years of stuff that you have been through in the past. And some people cannot cope with that decision, some of the decisions they made in the past, or some of the stuff that happened to them in the past. So they get that with a chemical imbalance, mental issues all play a part for that person to go out there and hurt themselves or try to seek help or throwing themselves out there to seek help and can't get help. I have a friend of mine that his daughter committed suicide. Now, his daughter was always complaining to him about like mental issues, and he's okay with me talking about this, so he doesn't have a problem with this. So that's why I'm able to speak freely about it. His daughter was always complaining to him about certain issues she was having at school and with people, and he was just always trying to toughen her up instead of just actually hearing what she had going on with her. And anyway, the young lady took her life, and it broke him down. It almost destroyed him to the point that he almost took his own life too, because he was so hurt that he felt like he didn't pay attention to the signs and the signals of stuff that was going on around his own child, that he felt like he basically dropped the catch, and he was hurt about that. So that's why he's an advocate now for people, especially in our community, to talk. Let your kids express themselves. Let your kids talk to you about the problems that you're having. And don't judge them. Listen. Stop telling them they're soft. Stop telling them they're stupid. Stop telling them that you would never do that. That's you. You would never do that. But now it's your kids. Now you have to open up your mind and listen to what they're saying. Open up your heart and make sure that you're there to caress and love, hug, and make them feel like, yo, you're not alone. I'm here with you. You know? And to pass it back to Demby before, because I don't want to touch on the veterans topic yet. I want to see what Demby have out yet. Again. Demby.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm here, brother. Yeah, and definitely, I concur with everything that you're saying, because a lot of people get shunned when they try to bring these issues, and I used to look at it and the same way and feel like, oh, be a man and be this, until I realized this is serious. Like when it hits close to home, that's when you understand that, look, this is some serious stuff that we're dealing with. And as a community, we are losing so much good people. There's so much good people being lost based off this sickness. See, the thing with life, and the thing with suicide, people always will recognize your sickness because if you have a broken arm and the bone is being protruded through the skin, not knowing that your mental sickness is just as
Just
important
as,
and
yes.
even more
Just as our you're right.
probably more.
Mm-hmm.
So when I run up to you now, when I run up to a person and I show them my arm with the bone protruding through, You take me serious. Let's call 911. Let's do this. Let's do that. But if I run up to you and I said, sir, ma'am, right now my mind is telling me something that I can't control, you would turn and say to that person, some people, I hope you're not the one out there. And I'm not speaking for everybody. I am just trying to bring awareness to how suicide can develop or how it works. You would look at that person and say, you know, you're just crazy, or, you know, why don't you go do this, or why don't you go do that? You don't take the same approach as someone who has a torn flesh with a bone protruding to it. And that is sad. That is sad.
Yeah. I think that our community is programmed or deprogrammed to feel sensitivity about mental issues. You know, like you tell somebody that you're sad and tell, go sit down or go to your room. What are you sad about? You know, people don't understand that you got to let kids express themselves. I want to know. My son says he's sad. I want to know why he's sad. You know,
why he's sad, right?
Yeah, like I asked him that. You know, and he doesn't have a conversation, or he doesn't have a good point of why he's sad. And you know, I see that there's nothing really going on. Then I'll step away from it. But I always monitor my son, because I especially after what happened to my friend's child, I monitor him because of that reason, because you never know what's going on. Because he never thought in a million years that his daughter would take her life. And, you know, and she did. So, Mr. Reza, what else you have to add, my brother?
Yeah, man, but I definitely concur with you that in the community, you understand, we have a stigma in the community that we don't believe our peers, or believe others that this thing is real serious. You know, in essence, we look at it as a big joke, and we got to stop that. We got to educate our kids to stop making fun of other kids.
Yeah.
Stop making fun of other people while other kids are going through this stuff, because it's like, you know, no one wants to bring it to the forefront if they know it's a certain stigma that's gonna be on them. So you know, a lot of times with our kids and even with grown adults, we hide it.
Yeah, they
you understand? And we got to get away from that. We got to get away from thinking that this is a bad thing, because we definitely need to get the help. You know, so if society and other people are looking down on it as a bad thing, then we're not going to get the help. So we gotta come together as a group, or as a people, and change the way we think. Yeah, a community, change the way we think about this thing. We can't continue to think the way that we think.
You got to think forward, like we said on one of our program, not recently. You have to think forward thinking. Thinking the same old way from back in the day doesn't help anybody. You have to think forward. You know,
we got to think forward. We can't continue to think the same way. We got to make changes, and I think that's one of the biggest changes in the community that we have to make now.
Yeah,
is that's mental health. We have to make that change.
Yeah,
you know, because even I know with mental health, it's on the, you know, suicidal rate is on the rise this year.
Yeah,
you know,
it's been rising for a while.
Yeah,
you know, especially in our community, in the young age of our kids, the age group that our kids is in right now, me, you, and them, the kids is in right now. Suicide rate is rising, and it's rising rapidly.
You know, we gotta educate, because what most parents think that's never gonna happen to my kid, or that's never gonna happen to, you know, until it happens, you know, so we got to get out. Everybody needs to get in the mindset of, this can happen to my kid, this can happen, you know. So we have to be there, and like you said, you communicate with your son. If he's sad, you let him know, why you're sad, what's going on. You got to be engaged with your kid. You don't feel like you gotta have these conversations with your kid. You can't just continue to think that this will never happen to my kid, because I know every parents, I can't really speak for everybody, but the ones that it happened to, I'm pretty sure they didn't think that it was going to happen.
Of course not.
They didn't think that that would happen to their kid.
My friend told me that
And
he's not
yeah,
in a million years. It's never crossed his mind. Even now, he still can't. He's still feeling like his body is telling him like it's just not possible.
yeah,
You know, while it's happening, it's done, it's past, and it's gone. He still feel like it's not possible. But let me put this number out again. It's 800-273-8255. That's 800-273-8255. Maybe we could touch one person. Maybe we could touch two people. You can always reach out to us. We're open people that, especially when it comes to topic like this, we're all veterans. We all serve in the military. Like I said in opening the program, we all know somebody, and some of us know more than one that has passed by suicide. So it's it's a tough, rough situation for people and their family, and we have to rethink how we handle mental issues in the black community, and not only in the black community, in the world. We have to start rethinking that. We have to start realizing that, it's a problem, and then we hit a point earlier. Just because you don't see the problem doesn't mean that it's not there. It's probably more important at the time for us to deal with mental ill issue right there and then than to actually deal with a broken arm, because it lingers and it keeps building until you get help. Some people are strong enough to get themselves out of that slump, but then you have the people that are not. And does that make those people weak? No. It just means that at that point, their mental health just wasn't on point. So we got to start as a community, friends. We got to start making sure that our people are okay. We got to start checking on our people, the strong ones, the soft ones, the ones that we can that we think that nothing affects. We just got to start checking on people, making sure that everybody's okay, making sure that your kids are okay, your parents are okay, your aunts and uncle are okay, your neighbors are okay. We got to keep up with each other, man. We're humans. Stuff happens. We got to keep up with each other. So, my brothers, in closing to the program, Demi, what would you like to close out with?
Yeah, definitely. And I would like to close out with, a word that's been frequently used now, and that is get help. And you could leave in the comment, anyone that, may have an issue and, have some form of connection. We will do what we can do to help, because we do take this issue seriously. And like Shanti said earlier, we all have people of some kin who has been through this issue, and we would love to help.
Yeah.
And please reach out. We will try our best to assist.
Yeah, if you need an email address, just reach out to us, SeanIzzleSP@gmail.com. If you don't want to put it in the comments, you can send it to that. And, one of us will reach back out to you, and, and we'll have a conversation with you. Try and get you the help that you need. Try and direct you in the direction that you need to go. Mr. Reza, with closing out, what you got to say?
Yes, my comment is, what I'm going to say is, don't be ashamed to get help.
Yeah.
Do not be ashamed to get help. Make sure we get the help that we need, but do not be ashamed to get the help.
Yeah.
Reach out to someone. You never know. Just don't. And I say to everybody else, do not look on mental health as a problem or something that someone can control, because 90% of the time they cannot control it. We think that we can control it because the way we're thinking, but that person's mind is not thinking. And like you say, the chemical imbalance in that person doesn't allow them to think that way. So just reach out and get the help. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Well, in closing for me, I'll touch what Mr. Razor say. Don't be ashamed. Or like Demby say, get help. Don't be ashamed. Get help. You know, we can combine those two words together. Don't be ashamed and get help. You know, there's two sentences I mean together. Don't be ashamed and get help. Because you never know who's going through the same things you're going through. You know, there's issues that everyone faces, and someone face them better than some. And you know, we're just at a point here where we see a lot of this stuff going around. I see a lot of my veteran friends that passed on. It's a touchy subject for me, so I don't talk about it a lot. But I see a lot of my veteran friends that have passed on, guys that, you know, regular guys like me, young black guys, just took their own life. And I just don't, you know, just doesn't feel good. So, you know, if we can help just one person, then my brothers, we'll feel like we did a good job then, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And if and for anyone out there, if you guys feel like, you know, you want to hear us more speak on this, maybe do a part 2, 3, because this will never be an ending topic for us, even in our regular life. So if you want to hear us, just put in the comments, elaborate more, do some more for part 2, part 3, and we will definitely give it to you.
Definitely. And like we said, we're here for any help we can give to you. Once again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number is 800-273-8255. 800-273-8255. You can call 24 hours a day. The language is English and Spanish, and you can get somebody to talk to. And if you don't want to talk to them, reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member, reach out to anyone, a neighbor, a pastor, you know, a doctor, a police officer. Just reach out, you know, reach out. So again, this is the Anything Goes podcast. It's your boy Sean Peoples. I'm here with my brother Demby, there with Miss Areza. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Comment in the comment section. And like Demby said earlier, if you want us to do a part 2 to this, let us know. And we will get more information for you. I gave out the email, SeanIsSP@gmail.com. Send me an email if you need some help. We'll find the help for you and reply back to you. We definitely will. So don't think that we won't. Big ups to everybody out there. Thanks for the support. We love y'all, man. You know, it's the Anything Goes podcast. Me and my brothers, we out of here.